Welcome back to CLIC Connect. I'm your host, Craig Sullivan, and we are bringing you some more industry leaders. Matter of fact, this one's been with us once before. But before we bring him in, I would like to thank our production partners, Red Roof Franchising and Chicago Title National Commercial Services Group, California. They're right here in the Golden State. So if you need some help with getting your transactions closed on time, they're the ones to call. And also, if you're thinking about repositioning or you're looking for a new brand, give our friends at Red Roof a call. They both love to hear from you, and let them know that producer Danny and I sent you over there. So with no further ado, we're bringing you one of the very nicest people in the industry, my cuz, Stephen Medel, Pacifica Hotels. How are you, cuz?
Actually on location. How about that?
Yeah, you are. You are out and about. And I recognize the details on the wall behind you. You're coming from the Wayfarer in downtown LA, my personal favorite hotel.
Well, thank you. We were fortunate to be able to do some fun stuff here at Alice just a few months ago. And amazing to think that Alice will be coming around in a couple months again.
I know. And okay, so I'm putting my request in for a room now. Okay.
Perfect. You got it.
Make sure you get me dialed in. I'm going to come in on Sunday again. I'll leave, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that, depending on filming. But we'll work that out down the road. But I'm definitely staying at the Wayfarer. Yeah. Love your hotel. Love that concept.
Thank you so much. Look forward to it. It's always great to have the industry here in our backyard, and Alice is a great event, so it's always a great opportunity for us, especially to showcase this hotel with everything we're doing here. So looking forward to it.
Absolutely. So, cuz, let's just jump right into it. What are you and Pacifica Hotels seeing in the way of deals in California right now?
It's actually an exciting time. I know that this is prime California show, but we are looking at deals, of course, here in California. This is our backyard. We're looking at opportunities right now from Northern California all the way to Southern California, but we're also looking out of state. And we're talking to a lot of our contemporaries in the industry. We're not the only ones, and that's okay. I mean, we're finding great opportunity outside of California right now. Arizona, Florida, just to name a couple, especially as well as Hawaii, which we know that we're already in Hawaii, but we're always looking to expand that presence there. So really some very exciting stuff here on the not too distant horizon.
Absolutely. And, I'm really hoping that you're going to make an announcement soon that there is a Wayfarer going to downtown Seattle. I think it's a home run there.
We've been looking. That's an interesting. So we've been looking. There's a really cool historic building there. It might just be a little far outside of what we were looking for, but listen, Seattle's a great market. I think as we continue to put dots on the map, going into the Pacific Northwest makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I agree. Now, some people may think of Pacifica and strictly being a boutique operator, and that's not true. You're working with the brands. So what are you hearing from the brands right now? Being an owner, operator, management company, you've got to be having some really good conversations with all the brands at this point.
We are. I mean, to kick off, in 2020, we actually did a big platform deal with Hilton. We announced the conversion of 5 of our independent hotels into their Tapestry soft brand portfolio, which we saw immediate spikes. I mean, we're talking within the first 60 to 90 days, we saw immediate returns and types of guests that frankly we were not getting before. So that Hilton Honors guest was coming very, very strong, and that was a very important time for us as we were continuing to build back that base of travel in those specific areas, and those were Marina del Rey, Redondo Beach. I'm drawing a blank on a couple of others. San Luis Obispo, we converted our Kinney in San Luis Obispo to a Tapestry. Our 5th actually is going to be a hotel we acquired just at the beginning of COVID in just south of Santa Cruz in Aptos, California, called the CLIC. And so that will be coming on board. and joining Hilton just at starting the beginning of the year. So we're excited about that one as well. Hilton is shown to be a great, just a great partner in business, but also we've been Marriott franchisees for 10 plus years. And so we're really seeing all the brands become much more business friendly in the space because I think they all realized that they had to. So we're brand agnostic. We're looking at all the different brands. Really depends on what's the availability in a particular market and what makes the most sense for who the guest is.
Absolutely. And I think that's the right tact. I agree with you. I think the brands have given a little. I think, the independent owner operator plus the other companies such as yourselves and various others have also given a little. So you've got this really nice blending. And I think the soft brands help everybody. And if it's bringing in, the rewards client, like obviously it is with you guys, I think that's nothing but a plus for everybody. So, the owner, the operator, the brand, traveler. So
you're exactly right. And we're talking about markets that historically had very high occupancy for us. So as we see that ramp continue to come back, we're not as concerned on the redemption side. I know that some people might say, oh, well, that redemption starts to eat into your rate. We're less concerned with that because of where these locations are. We actually see that we see it as a positive to be able to continue to penetrate into those specific markets and be able to go after some of the RFP business and some of the corporate. We've always been a great preferred corporate, great preferred corporate locations, but being able to go after some of those guests that perhaps we had more difficulty as we were competing with big box Hiltons and Marriotts.
I agree. Okay, last question on the Wayfarer. Now, I love it. I know you do. You've been heavily involved with it since you came on board at Pacifica. What's next? Because I think that's just a tremendous internal brand for you guys. What are your hopes, dreams, and aspirations with that?
So, I think we've talked about this before on your show. When we sold Santa Barbara, although bittersweet, it really allowed us to take a turn into a different direction with what we want to do with the concept. Larger hotels, more food and beverage. They didn't have to be small. They didn't have to be this kind of fit the model for what a hostel needed to be. Really what we were creating this great experience that was built on community, that was built on relationships and sharing. You can still do that and not be a hostel. The component of Santa Barbara with what it was, it just kind of organically grew from that. So what we're doing here in downtown LA, we still have our bunk bedded rooms. The bunk bedded rooms are private rooms now. Thank you, COVID. But they're private rooms now, and they will continue to only be 10% or less of the total key count. And we actually only have 10 of those bunk bed rooms, and guests continue to say that they seek them out at this location. So if there's still a demand, we're going to do them. We're excited to announce we have more Wayfarers coming. We have more Wayfarers coming in Southern California, not too far down the road in San Diego. So we're excited to announce Wayfarer San Diego coming up here very, very soon. It'll be an amazing activation of an existing hotel that's already in our portfolio. Can't wait to do maybe the next one of these that we do together, Craig. We'll have to be there.
Okay. Sounds good. I look forward to it. I was really just impressed beyond belief with the food and beverage component in that hotel. You've got basically 4 different venues, and they're all outstanding. Your chef and the team in the kitchen are great. The best latte I've ever had in the downtown LA market is at that hotel, and I scared your barista by telling her that you said it was the best. So I don't know if she's talking to you yet, but you can blame that on me. But your team, the concept, the food and beverage, it all works. It all hits on 8 cylinders. It's just congratulations. I haven't been that excited about a hotel in a very long time, and I keep telling everybody about it. So it's just beautiful.
And we'll share that, and I'm sure they'll see this. Our food and beverage team is really, listen, we talk it a lot about internally because we are constantly blown away by what our food and beverage, our corporate food and beverage team is doing to push into our property level. But what you're experiencing here is really the type of restaurant quality that you would expect from an amazing standalone restaurant. Name your location in any LA, whether it's West Hollywood, Santa Monica, town, foodies love good food, and we consider ourselves to be foodies. More importantly, our food and beverage team are just so passionate about food and beverage. And we recognize that great food, I don't just mean good food, great food helps drive ADR. It brings guests back. And downtown LA right now, especially during the last 18 months, we were really more a restaurant than we were a hotel. And that's what keep the hotel going. And we're so fortunate for that, because we were one of only a handful of rooftops in downtown. And so that was really a testament to the team, but also showing the resiliency here. And as we continue to grow and do more hotels, you're going to continue to see food and beverage shine at each of those locations. And it's funny, 10 plus years ago, the amount of revenue that the entire portfolio generated was about the amount of revenue that just our food and beverage generates now for the portfolio. So, talk about coming full circle, right? So, when we've got as many food and beverage outlets as we have now throughout the entire portfolio, it really shines. So appreciate you recognizing that.
Absolutely, cuz. So let's move on. We've got a new topic. Tell us about your new La Meridian Hotel in Arcadia. It's beautiful. Sure. Stephen and I are going to be there, and you'll be seeing some vlogs from us and some live broadcasting from that. But tell us about your La Meridian.
Yeah. So, gosh, I think the first new build La Meridian west of Denver in over 20 years. A great project there. 233 keys, directly overlooking the Santa Anita racetrack. It's race season, so it's an exciting time to be in La Meridian. Right, be in Arcadia and be at the La Meridian right now. Really a spectacular design build that was executed there at a really challenging time when you think about it. We opened the hotel on June 11th of this year. The hotel is doing really, really well, being extremely well received, not only by the Bonvoy guests, but the brand team absolutely loves it. No La Meridians are prototypes, but I think it's going to be a great one for the Marriott La Meridian team to continue to grow as more franchisees are looking to expand and do La Meridians in new markets. So we love it. We're tickled by it. We're seeing a return of group business back at that hotel. We are seeing some corporate come back to that hotel, which is really, really exciting. We'll have to do another one from there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. So what's next for Pacifica? You're selling food and beverage. You're doing deals. You're looking for deals. Mm-hmm. What's next? Is it more third-party management? It's
both. It's a little bit of both. Listen, we're patient with our money. We don't have, people are like, oh, Pacifica, there's so many great deals out there for you guys that seem like they're in your backyard, your type of deal. We're patient with our money. We don't have a mandate that states that we don't have a fund. We're working from internal. We have institutional partners that we work with, but we also have high net worth, and we have the ability to be patient. We are waiting and sitting on some deals now that I think we're going to see come to fruition here very soon. What are some of the exciting things? Listen, it doesn't get excited here in California. We've got some really we're looking right now out of state. Really, really exciting stuff out of state. And I think we're looking forward to it. We're expanding outside of our California. This is not our comfort zone. We've been out of state for over 10 years, right? In the branded space and in the independent space. So we're looking forward to it. Yes, also some great third-party assets that are coming up. We've got a great one in Orange County that we're going to be making a fun splash with in Newport Beach. Smaller deal, but is really going to be an amazing transformation of a pretty well-known area of Newport Beach. So we're really looking forward to making a splash with that as well.
Okay, now you've got to get me the raw footage before, during, after. And I'm going to ask producer Danny to do a little bit of a sizzle roll, and we'll be at the hotel live and we'll show that. So,
an amazing rooftop that once that thing gets activated in the rooms and just given its location is really going to be special. Looking forward to it.
Definitely. Okay, cuz we're going to move on to the lightning round. So, producer Danny's going to put 2 minutes on the clock. Word association, phrase association, just first thing that pops into your head. Okay, you ready? Here
Yeah,
it comes.
dangerous.
2 minutes. Cap rates.
Non-existent.
Lenders.
No one who's buying on cap rates anymore. Is it? You want a one-word answer? What do you want me to say? One way.
That's fine.
Non-existent.
That's fine. Okay.
Irrelevant. How about
Lenders.
that? Oh,
I like that.
lenders friendly.
Yes. Hotel management.
Ooh, challenging.
Pacifica excels. Well, let's use that. Grand opening.
Oh, always fun. Coming up.
Community.
Oh, number one.
Team.
If community's number one, then team should be 1.1.
There you go. Ground up or repositioning.
Oh, repositioning every time.
Favorite airport.
Oh, Long Beach.
There you go. Favorite hotel or resort.
Oh gosh. My favorite. It's probably, it's the Grand Floridian in Florida next to Disney, next to the Magic Kingdom.
There you go. Next project.
I can't talk about it.
I think that says it right there. Okay. Hey, you're done. You beat the clock. Thank you very much. That was great. All right. Let's talk about team and community because those both resonate with Pacifica.
100%. So we're 50 year. This year is actually be 51 years. Last 2020 was supposed to be the 50th year. And we began we began the company in Santa Barbara and spent over 45 years in the same community of Santa Barbara. When you talk about community and you talk about as we've grown and we've done not just one hotel in some markets, we've done 6 hotels in the same market. There's others that have done that, right? Kimpton did it for years in San Francisco. Joie did the same thing as they really made San Francisco their own. And you talk about making these imprints within the community and having the community give back. It's a huge opportunity, but it's also a huge it's a responsibility too that we feel. And so making sure that you're hiring from within those communities, giving back to those communities, providing hotels that not only become that celebrate that area, even if it's branded or if it's independent, create something that generates this great guest following that guests want to see, that helps them celebrate the locale, and people get to appreciate whether it's Cambria, Santa Barbara, Pismo Beach, San Diego, or downtown LA, they get to experience parts of it that we love the most. And with our team, the responsibility that we have to our team within those local communities, and whether those team members drive 30 minutes to come to work, whether those team members drive an hour to come to work, that the location that we're at feels extremely comfortable. And so, I say community's number one, because if we don't take good care of our hotels within those communities, we fail. We've seen countless hotels that kind of shun locals, and it takes the locals forever to embrace that hotel, right? I can think of a couple. Took them a long time to get it back. It takes time. That goodwill that you build within a community. And then it takes that team to feel like they belong to that community, so that the community in turn comes back around again. And I just think, listen, we've been incredibly fortunate, having a 50-plus-year-old company with team members, some of which have been with the company for half the 10 over. We've got some guys in the company who've been 25 years. The leadership, the top leadership of the company, many of them have been with the company for more than 20 years. That says a lot.
It does. And again, I think, that's just part of the core of Pacifica, you, me, various other friends that we've got in the industry. And, it's just great to see a 50-year-old company really embrace that and make that part of their mantra. And, I've always said, what a hotel does best is be that third or fourth bedroom, for the community. You've got the holidays coming up on us, and you've got families getting together for the first time in over a year. Okay. Right. And, you've been to my house. Okay. I got a small little beach house. Okay. My infrastructure is not that big, so I can't have people stay here, So it's, let's go to the hotel. That's the base camp.
That's right.
We'll do barbecue and gifts at my house, but we're going to do breakfast and plan the day out at the hotel. And, it is. I mean, we are very lucky that we work in the best industry on the planet. We are people first, community, team. It's a head in the bed, but it's so much more than just a business. And I thank you, Cuz, for being on the show. We're out of time again. So how can everybody get a hold of you?
Oh, gosh. Well, go check out the new website, www.pacificahotels.com. You can find me. My email address, smedel, SMEDEL @pacificahotels.com. Look us up there. Check us out on social media. We've got a pretty active social media. Check out what we're doing here at the Wayfarer, and see you guys again real soon.
Definitely. Thanks, guys.
You
are always got an open invitation to rejoin the conversation anytime. And we will also be seeing you at the La Meridian soon.
Yes,
and at CLIC 5 live and in person on March 10th, 2022. So thank you. And thank you, our audience. And again, I'd like to thank our production partners, Red Roof Franchising and Chicago Title National Commercial Services Group, California. And both groups would love to hear from you, and let them know that producer Danny and I sent you, okay? Mean a lot to us. And also, if you could, subscribe and ring the bell to our YouTube channel. Videos always drop there first before they're pushed out on the rest of the social media platforms. And again, CLIC 5 live and in person, March 10th, 2022 at the Crown Jewel of the Anaheim Resort, the JW Marriott. Stephen will be there. We've got 9 different brands involved. We've got management companies. We've got owners. If you are in the California hotel market or want to be, this is the one-day event that you should attend. And as always, share your knowledge. Be kind. Now go be amazing.